Mike Ritchie with the Ritchie Law Firm. We often get asked the question, how do insurance companies or judges or juries calculate the value of pain and suffering? And I'll be honest, there isn't any formula. There's no magic way that it's done. Okay, that it is done through the evidence that is ultimately presented either to the adjuster or at trial. I mean, you are entitled to get not only compensation for the injuries that you've received, but also for the pain and inconvenience and the other suffering that you've gone through. But the way you go about proving that is still, you need evidence, okay? That's why, while there is no formula about how much you have in medical records and how much that equals in pain and suffering, it is important to know that your medical records themselves will provide evidence of the pain that you've been through. If you report to the doctor that you're in pain, he's likely to write it down, and that will become evidence of what you're going through. Other things you can do to prove what you've gone through is certainly you can take pictures if there is something obviously wrong or something obviously going on that can be photographed. Another thing that we often encourage people to do is keep a journal of what they're going through. If you buy a pocket calendar and you just write it in it as you go, that can be a log that you can use later to be able to prove the types of things that you do. Also, make sure you identify those around you who see what you're doing and what you can't do, so that you could potentially identify witnesses who could come and testify and say, that they knew you before and after the accident, and they could see what you'd been through and what you weren't able to do while you were in pain. These things are always really tough. It's hard to prove it on your own. If you've been involved in an accident and you feel like you've had a lot of pain and you want to make sure that you get compensated for it, call us here at the Ritchie Law Firm. We have a lot of experience in trying to prove this both to the adjuster in order to try to get your case settled, but also to the jury in order to get you the verdict that you deserve.